Mario Kart 8 outselling Mario Kart World as Nintendo's price hike spark backlash. So of course this is from that park place.
So this is the normal Mario Kart 8, not deluxe, or it's all the same. Okay.
Okay, Nintendo has a strange problem on its hands in 2025. The hottest new Mario Kart game isn't the one it's just launched on its brand new console. Instead, it's a re-release that first showed up over a decade ago. Yes, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, it's outselling Mario Kart World on the Switch 2. The headline alone should have Nintendo worried. The company just rolled out its most powerful console yet, with Mario Kart World bundled as a premier title, but players appear to be clinging to the older installment.
I'm
The
sorry.
reason? Price nostalgia and timing all play a role. Well, my phone
I'm
is
sorry.
probably more powerful than that
I'm
console.
sorry that their most powerful console. I mean, isn't your coffee machine more powerful
Yes,
than
it
that,
is.
actually?
Yes, my
So
coffee
yeah,
machine is a lot
I
better.
mean, uh, Jesus Christ. I mean, I played Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on emulator. It's such a good game. And I'm not surprised that this is happening because really it seems kind of better than Mario Kart World, especially from what my son is telling me because he's watching the stuff about that one. And but first of all, they give you this ginormous price for the game for no reason whatsoever. Whereas actually on the
It's not even a physical.
I mean it's not even physical.
Yeah.
You don't have any other characters that are outside of Mario actually, which in the looks I think you have some characters that are still Nintendo owned, but they're not just from the world of Mario, which makes it more interesting. Now the guys at Nintendo said that to the question why don't you have different characters now in Mario Kart world, and they said because then it would become like Smash Brothers. What is the problem with that? You just have it, but with cars. People like that. You know, for example, I saw the new Sonic game Crossworlds. It's not just guys from Sonic because, really, guys, if it's just guys uh, from Sonic universe, you're just going to play with him, Tails, Knuckles, Shadow, and probably Doctor Robotnik, and you just forget all about all the others like SPU, Jet, and whatever these guys' names are. I even don't know them. You know, Chicken. I think there is a chicken.
Flowers. Okay.
But you also have guys now. There was an event about the guy from Persona, and there will be another Sega-owned characters there, and that makes it more interesting. Actually, they give you more. I think Sonic Crossworld is going to be $70 or something like that, but they give you more. Actually, you have more characters. Uh, it looks way more interesting, and way more beautiful. By the way, if that's what their most powerful console can do, and meanwhile on PC, Xbox, PS5, and also on the Switch too. By the way, you get Sonic Crossworlds. I'm not surprised, but anyway, Mario 8 Deluxe is way better again because it gives you more, and really for less of a price of that nostalgic thing, which it is a good game, yeah, old, but I think people buy it not just because it's old, but because it's a good game and it's actually the better experience. And you can actually buy two games for the $80 on that. And people are, always grab the chance wherever Nintendo actually have some brains and decide let's release some of the old games because we didn't preserve them
Yeah.
for some inexplicable reason when people actually want to play them, and then they wonder why do people download emulators. Where should I find a freaking game, Nintendo? Where should I find that? Anyway,
The emulator.
in the if I can. So, really, games like that, if it's going to be $80, I really want this game to give me a lot. So, not just characters from that. I mean, put all sorts of your Nintendo characters. I would like to play with a small cart with Samus Aran, for example. That would be nice, you know, not just Mario and the other guys. All other Nintendo things. Put I can't remember who was from Nintendo. Captain Falcon from forget the name of the game, but he was in 8.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
So, Cecil says Mario Kart 8 was not popular when it first released on the Wii U until it got ported over to Switch and then it became a success. Get Mario Kart World sometime, I think it will get good.
Could be.
Honestly, Oblivion says Sonic All-Stars games were better racing games than Mario Kart at the time.
I also think that too, yeah.
And the new Sonic game, by the way, looks fun.
Yeah.
The demo. You can play the demo. Okay.
Until today.
Oh.
It's closed after that.
Okay. Old Racer New Victory. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe continues to top sales charts despite being a repackaged Wii U game that hit the Switch in 2017. The Switch 2's big launch title Mario Kart World has crossed more than 5.6 million copies sold so far, bolstered by bundled systems. But on its own, the game isn't outpacing the predecessor, which is remarkable considering World is supposed to be Nintendo's bold leap forward in the franchise. Gamers are essentially saying if you want to charge $80 for a new entry, they'd rather pay less for a proven classic that still runs beautifully. It doesn't help that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe comes loaded with years of DLC, polished gameplay, and a reputation as one of Nintendo's most beloved racers. The price hike controversy. Adding fuel to the fire is Nintendo's unexpected decisions this summer to raise prices on older Switch hardware and accessories. That's right. At the exact moment a new console is hitting shelves, the last-gen systems actually went up in price.
That's great.
The standard Switch jumped from $299.99 to $339.99. The OLED model leaped from $349.99 to $399.99. The light model rose from what?
Blah.
The light model rose from $199.99 to $229.99.
They have a light model. I mean, it's already
Joy-Cons and other accessories saw smaller but noticeable increases. This is an orthodox move. Typically, when a new console generation launches, the older machines become more affordable as companies clear out stock. Nintendo instead flipped the industry script, raising prices and daring consumers to accept it. Switch 2 still strong out of the gate. Despite the controversy, the Switch 2 is off to a record-breaking start. Launched on June 5, 2025 at $449.99, the console sold 3.5 million units in its first 4 days. By the end of June, that number had climbed to 5.8 million, and July pushed totals over 6 million. By those metrics, the Switch 2 is Nintendo's fastest selling console ever. And while Mario Kart World is the system-based best-selling game, the optics of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe still outselling it are hard to ignore. Now, nostalgia versus inflation. The bigger story here is what it says about consumer behavior. Video game fans are increasingly resistant to climbing prices. An $8 base game is a tough sell when inflation has already hit households' budgets. When paired with Nintendo's unusual decision to raise prices on old consoles, it makes sense that players might lean into a cheaper, more familiar alternative. In some ways, this mirrors what's happening across entertainment. People are turning to older, proven titles instead of spending more on untested ones. Just as streaming audiences are rewatching comfort shows rather than new prestige dramas, gamers are racing back to a tried and true Mario Kart. Is Nintendo's goodwill running out? Goodwill, yeah, sure.
Since when did they have goodwill? I mean,
yeah, they don't. Nintendo has earned goodwill with fans through decades of trusted franchises, but it risks squandering some of that trust. The Switch 2 is a hit, but Mario Kart World's relatively softer sales suggest that pushing prices too high can backfire. Raising prices on outdated hardware while charging more than even 4 new games creates the new appearance of squeezing consumers. Nostalgia only strengthens that sting. When people realize they can get more fun for less money from a game that's already 10 years old, that comparison becomes impossible to ignore. Nintendo might be in the lead with the new console, but in the race for goodwill, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe just left Mario Kart World eating dust. Would you rather play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe or Mario Kart World? Sound off in the comments and let us know.
Well,
Okay, that
to
was the
me, yes,
article.
because it has actually, as I said, the better characters and the better tracks. Yeah. Also, I mean, if my son who played extensively Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and then watched absolutely everything that is there to know and see about Mario Kart World can actually, he's 12. So if a 12-year-old can actually say, I think Mario Kart 8 is actually a way better game from what I see, I'm not surprised that people are getting to that game because really it's a proven classic, and people will want to know. Okay, so I have never played that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, for example, and you're wondering should I buy it or should I buy the new one? And you're going to start researching and seeing what people say, and most of the opinions are actually that the best one out of the series is 8 Deluxe, especially.
Should I stay or
Yeah,
should I
should I
go?
stay or should I go? And you just buy that because you want the proven thing. I mean, if, for example, people are wondering, oh, I never watched a Superman movie. Should I buy now or on digital that new Superman movie from 2025 or the Christopher Reeve one from 1978?
Okay,
You
we're
know,
not gonna
that
start
would be
talking
that
about
would be
superhero
interesting. Yes.
choice. Okay, let's read the comments. Honestly, Sonic All Stars games were better racing games. Yeah, I read that. About the MK8, I agree with you. When it comes to MKW, it might be true, but it doesn't justify that horrifying price.
Yeah, absolutely. It
Yeah,
gives you nothing more than 8 Deluxe actually didn't give
it's
you
for
for that.
absolutely
Yeah.
no reason than
Yeah,
their own
no
greed.
reason.
That's
No
it.
reason.
And hey, Frost Knight, that's you.
Hey, last night
That's because the Wii U was a colossal failure of a console.
as a console, yeah.
And it's so sad that the console is so weak. I mean, all the consoles are so freaking weak. All the Nintendo
Yeah,
consoles are
they
weak.
just rely on their gimmicks and stuff like that,
Yeah,
which,
exactly.
yeah.
And now they want Elden Ring to run there. Yeah,
How
that's
exactly is
gonna
it
be
going to
very,
happen?
very
And
funny.
already
Yes.
developers are complaining that it cannot. How is this game going to look there? And it's a game that is how many years now? Three, four,
Yeah,
4 years old, and just now people who actually have Switch, will get to play it. I
yeah,
also remember what happened with Mortal Kombat 1 on the Switch. Horrible,
yeah.
horrible.
And Mr. YouTube says, and what makes it hilarious about these price hikes is that they blame Donald Trump's tariffs.
Yeah,
It's just corporate greed, nothing more. Also, I
yeah,
hope Nintendo lose the Power lawsuit. Indeed, man of culture.
indeed.
Sorry,
Mr. YouTube.
Mr. YouTube.
Yeah,
Indeed.
man of culture is a Nintendo.
Man of culture, we have birthday in a few hours.
Oh yeah,
Frost Knight says, have you heard that Nintendo is not giving devs enough dev kits and telling them to make the game for the Switch?
yeah.
No,
What?
but
Jesus
that
Christ.
what is that hubris? Like they need the stupid consoles, the kids to do the freaking game. Jesus Christ, I can't. Not enough devs kits for the Switch too. I mean, yeah, I get you. Nintendos are such tyrants. Yes, Joy. Trying to patent the way Pokemons appear was as stupid as Bethesda trying to copyright the world scrolls. Yeah, you can say that.
I mean, they even didn't own the anime and the manga and stuff like that.
Yeah, like Warhammer 40K is trying
Jesus Christ, yeah.
to copyright Warhammer.
Why are using words like adamantium and stuff like that?
Yeah, in
Yeah.
the same time. So the
Yeah,
hubris.
at the same time. But by the way, this year Mario turns 40 years old, and Nintendo, where is the good exclusive game about that?
Yeah,
Why not
where?
anything about that? They say that actually that there won't be a game. Why not making a great 3D game, like an adventure game with him, like it was Mario Odyssey or even Mario 64? At least a remake or some sort of that. 40
Indeed,
years of
indeed.
the character that gives you money? No? Okay.
No, absolutely not. Frostnight said that's what happens when you dominate the market and have zero competition, like Astrobot.
Oh, yeah.
I love Astrobot.
Astrobot. Yeah,
It's
Mega
great.
Man was kind of his competition at one point, but no, not exactly.
Yeah, but I really
Astrobot is
like
great.
Astrobot.
Yeah, I really like
Yeah,
it.
but yeah, you're right because Nintendo, like I said before, they're in their own niche, and the other consoles have totally different types of games, for the most part. So yeah, they are absolutely on their own. What they make is what they make, and only they
Yeah,
make it.
they have no competition yet. As I said, even Sega is doing games for their consoles now, which
Yeah,
is kind of sad as
absolutely.
before. But yeah.
For the imperium must not fail. Imperium we prevail. The warriors march with sacred might. Their purpose burning crystal bright. To lift the throne world from its plight and guard humanity's light.